Okay, we got all we need to help the Rumpling craft an alchemical stone. From God knows how long that footage was ago. Probably not that long with the editing and everything, but oof, some of these quests take a little bit for prep work, I will say that. I still got the stilly equipment in my workshop. Just bring me the ingredients and I'll make a whole new alchemist stone. Okay? The Rumpling's eyes light up at the sight of the alloy, and he rubs his fingers together in anticipation. The Rumpling looks away from the newt spine, gesturing vaguely at the ground beside him. You lay it nearby. You pass the golden egg into the hands of the Rumpling, who receives it tentatively, as if it could hatch any moment. Collecting all the components into his arms, the Rumpling disappears into his little treehouse. You can't tell exactly what he's doing inside, but the sounds and smells emanating from the chimney make you think it's better left unknown. He emerges sometime later with singed eyebrows and singed eyebrows and foggy glasses. Eureka, I've done it. He holds out a glowing emerald with a pair of iron tongs. Here, go ahead, it's yours. You appraise the glittering jewel, abnormally heavy in your hands. Very pretty. The little man's giggling abruptly stops when his face falters with disbelief. Oh, what's the matter? You seem disappointed. Oh, it's nothing. That's just not what I was expecting is all. He strokes his beard thoughtfully. I guess I should have told you earlier, but there's a slight, curse to the stone. It can only be touched by someone whose heart is free of avarice. How convenient of you to leave that part out. Since you went all to the trouble of tracking me down, I just assumed you were in it for the gold. Oh my, no, I don't care much for the wretched stuff. The gold is meant for someone else. Well, I gave you what you asked for. Our deal is done, now leave me in peace. Alright, no need to be rude. I've got to bring this stone back to the millers. Return to the mill, which I believe is right up here, is it not? Friggin' gnomes. You're back. The hawk will return with his goods any minute now. Don't worry, I have a solution for your monetary problems right here. You hold up the alchemist stone proudly. Oh, that's very fine, Joel, but I don't think it'll be nearly enough to satisfy the hawk. Just stand back and watch. All this grain is waiting to be spun into gold. You place the stone on the barrel of grain and it melts through the kernels like butter. The barrel bursts under the weight of glittering gold coins spilling out on the floor. Wow, it's a miracle. You touch the alchemist stone to a bushel of straw and instantly transformed to a mound of sparkling riches. Amazing, I can't believe my eyes. You roll the alchemist stone into a bag of flour and mountains of gold dust rip through the canvas sack. How is this possible? I've never seen so much gold in my life. Before the millers could so much as count a single coin, the door crashes open. Hawk strides into the mill, flanked by a pair of guards cracking their knuckles. Time's up, where's my money? Yeah, pay up, squirts. Master Hawk, not to worry, we've got your payment right here. His eyes open wide at the sight of piles of gold strewn about the mill. What? But how? Never you mind how, this should be more than enough to cover the cost of the miller's debts and deed to the property. I don't understand, unless, no, it can't be. He points to the hook talent at you accusingly. You're the Rumpling. There's no other explanation. God, seize her. Two goons leap forward and grab you roughly by the arms. You're making a terrible mistake. Just take your money and leave these good people in peace. Don't play smart with me, imp. I know the legend goes, I've caught you and now you must give me my weight in gold. I'm rich, I'll lock you up and seize you for every penny you've got. I'm the wealthiest hawk in the entire kingdom. You're probably the only hawk in the entire kingdom, bro. No, the entire world. Now, pay out my first installment, Rumpling. He outstretches his hand towards you greetingly. As you wish. Eh. Got him. No sooner does the cold stone touch the hawk's skin than brilliant flash of yellow light engulfs the mill. When the light fades, the hawk stands before you, transmuted as a solid gold statue. What magic is this? Horrified, the two soldiers beat a hasty retreat through the door. What happened? Is he okay? No. You tuck the stone safely back in your satchel and give the hawk statue a pat. I think this should set you up nicely. Don't go spending it all in one place. Thank you. How can we ever make this up to you? Live a rich and full life. That ought to be enough for anyone. You notice a stray feather glinting on the floor. You pluck the golden feather and run your fingers along the gleaming barbules. It makes a sound like coins falling into a wishing well. I'm the soul of the hawk. This is my payment. Cool. Well, we truly did stop that like right at the end. The hawk is complete. It'll probably be similar for the other two because we pretty much just... Well, maybe not the wolf, but the other one we stopped like right as soon as we started getting things too. Okay, so the one lady needed this. Okay, what is that? Turkey gizzard stone. Okay, so we're gonna need some throw up pills. Okay. Yeah, we can get this done. Might as well make those turkeys throw up right now. The edge of edge enthusiasts everywhere sharpens blades to a razor edge. Just thinking of how much more brutal you could be with a brand new sharpener. The sow slowly grinds the blade of her cleaver across the new whetstone, sending flecks of rust flying. She plucks a hair from her own chin and tests the neatness of edge by splitting it in half. Woohoo, not bad at all. Go, take this old stone and throw it in the trash bin. Okay. Piggy, we got you some brick. This ham's almost ready for dinner. You toss the old brick into the effigy's relatively small, and it cracks and dust within moments, which is with the final meal of bricks of pork pine simulacrum swells to monstrous proportions. A rattling laugh chills your blood as the old man's spirit looks upon your work. Oh, what a proper beggar's feast this is. I thank you for the kind gesture, but I still don't know how else to bring justice to this wretched swine. Just you wait, I have to fire up the barbecue first. Okay, we got cinder box, which luckily I have enough for. Ignite. Striking a spark into the pit, you set the tinder alight and take a step back, watching the orange flames leap high into the air. The porcine effigy blackens as you tend to the fire and fuss over the coals. The succulent aroma begins to waft on the wind. The old man licks his translucent lips hungrily. I swear, I can almost smell the delicious roast. Ah, if only it were real. Over the sound of crackling logs, you hear a crowd of footsteps come paddling down the road towards the cooking pit. Over here, I knew I smelled something good. It's the others, my friends, you've come back. Ghost, no wait, is that the old man McGraw? Say it ain't so, old timer, you never showed up for the morning head count. We all feared the worst. It's true, I ended up as pig food. Can you believe that? I'm worried you would all face the same fate as me. However did you escape the hog farm? It was the strangest thing. The swine sisters started complaining about the weather being too hot, even though it's pretty chilly if you ask me. All of a sudden they bolted out into the woods, squealing all the way, left the gate wide open and everything. Then we smelled something delightful in the breeze and could resist. It's been so long since we had anything other than pig slop. Gosh, that smells so good. Is it barbecue? Where'd you get all that food? Magic. In place of bricks, sticks, and straws, the porcine effigy is split into a mountain of delectable sizzling meats. Ham, sausage, bacon, it all looks so delicious. What a wonder. It truly is a feast, thank you. Why, I tell you, enjoy yourself for a little while longer and be at peace. The starving crowd happily helps themselves to the feast, cheering, laughing, and praising the old ghost names. You see something twinkle amongst the cooling coals of the cooking pit. Warm to the touch, you pick out a piece of grassy gristle from the soot. In closer inspection, it appears to be 3 separate chunks, one fat piece, one long piece, and one small piece. The souls of the pigs. That's funny. Okay. The hog is completed. That didn't take much either. I guess I did all that stuff. Well, I did that one earlier today, but a couple days ago, so it doesn't feel like a lot when I started it. Silver bullet, honed on both a physical and spectral level to unerringly find its target. Okay. Let's go take it to where it needs to go. By Abraham's beard, you're right. What I need is a silver bullet. This is perfect. That wolf don't know what hit him. I'll meet you at the Darkwood. We'll put an end to this terror once and for all. With bullet and blunderbuss in hand, the huntsman jogs off down the road towards the swamp. I'm sure he finds his bravery along the way, or it won't matter what sort of slug he's slinging. Another stroll. The troll's no longer here. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. To the Darkwood. You find yourself looking down the gaping mouth of a gun muzzle. Who's there? Show yourself. Don't you point that thing at me. Oh yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I'm just so darn dark here, I can hardly see my own shadow. Why do you think they call it the Darkwood? Keep your head on your shoulders, lad. We got a big bad wolf to bring down. Right. I'm totally not afraid of a vicious 7-foot-tall killer who makes his home in a forest as black as night. You need to concentrate on task ahead. We only have one silver bullet, and if the wolf catches even the smallest whiff of our plan, it's curtains for us. No pressure, so what exactly is the plan? The wolf is waiting in his cabin, and sneak up and lure him to you with my puppet, just as I did before at the tavern. Meanwhile, you find a good hiding spot and ready your gun. And this time I won't wimp out, I got the silver bullet. So, do you know which way to the wolf's cabin? I can't really make out a path or anything. Let me worry about that. You get yourself ready. And remember, don't miss. Okay, let's get that doll back into our slot. You squeeze through the gap of the trees and duck under claw-like branches, but you somehow manage to end up right where you started. I'll never make head nor tail of pathways. Perhaps I should ask one with a bird's eye view. A keen-eyed owl inspects you from its roost. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Well, hoo-hoo-hoo to you too. I wonder what you're trying to say. Avian lexicon. Okay. Guess our last thing is letting birds talk. I need frickin' bird feathers. And a little dangle. Stuffed burb. And avian lexicon. Okay. Let's get back to it. Okay, let's translate this burb. You wave your linguistic scroll at the owl, magical quill at the ready. Well, speak up. Ooh-hoo-hoo! The quill scribbles across the parchment of its own accord, translating the owl's hoots into something more understandable. Walk warily, native neighbor. Exploration seldom escapes notice. What does it even mean? I thought owls were supposed to be wise. Walk warily, native neighbor. Exploration suddenly escapes notice. West, west, north, north. East, south, east, north. West. West. North. North. East. South. East. North. It must be the wolf's cabin up ahead. He is expecting Little Red to come knocking, so I'll use the puppet to lure him into the huntsman's ambush. Wisp, a silent observer in the most horrible of places. Okay. Interesting. You puppet the red-hooded doll to the door of the wolf's rickety cabin. An evil light glows within, casting eerie shadows on the ground. You lift the puppet's head to peep through the window, spotting chewed bones and torn rags littering the floor, but no sign of the wolf. Suddenly, yellow eyes stab out of the shadows. There you are, my delectable little pork chop. I was beginning to think you forgotten about me. Through the stings of the puppet, a chill runs down your spine as an animal instinct can't help but scream one thing. Run. Trying to hunt under the cover of darkness, the wolf pauses to snuff out glimmering wisp. You need to use these wisps to your advantage. I hope you outrun the wolf. At your command, the puppet comes to a halt in the center of a moonlit clearing. The wolf bursts out of the shadows, gripped by ferocious rage. Ha ha ha, there's no place left to hide, little piggy, you're mine now, all mine. Baring his fangs, the wolf pronounces into the air with tremendous force. The sound of thunder roars loudly from across the clearing. Crows scatter, and the night air in the dark wood falls silent. Blinking in disbelief, the wolf staggers to a stop. He glances down his chest where a crimson spot blossom out into his vest. Huntsman reveals himself from the bushes, holding his smoking weapon anxiously. You shot me. The beast clashes to the ground, exhaling his final breath. His glassy eyes transfix on the full moon high above. Hesitantly, the huntsman boggles at the wolf before a triumphant grin crosses his face. I did it. I actually did it. I defeated the wolf. Don't forget that you had some help, kid. The villain won't hunt any longer, and that's what really matters. At the huntsman strikes a courageous pose atop his trophy, something purely white falls from the wolf's mouth. You pick up a glistening fang, broken by the wolf's fall. From deep inside the bloodied tooth, you can faintly hear the whimpering of a dog, the soul of the wolf. The souls of the stag, hawk, hog, and wolf rattle inside your pack like angry insects. That's the last of these villains. Now time to put an end to this wretched business with the goat. Looks like we're pretty much at the end as far as I know, so that's cool. Return to the goat in the shrine. Might as well use one of our hearth seeds. So, yeah. Oof, might be the last couple minutes here, so. Okay, let's go see the goat. The goat paws on the floor with a cloven hoof. You've returned. I was beginning to grow impatient. I wouldn't have thought patience to be one of your strong suits, but don't fret. I have brought you the last of your souls. Delicious, are they not? Do you know what to do? Simmering sensations of the hawk wash over you, the nib of the quill searching on parchment, coins clinking, the sharp snap of closing padlock. Your eyes water at the smell of the hogs, grunting swine and buzzing flies. The cleaver falls onto the wooden block, blood, bone, meat. A chill runs through your fingers as the stag sockets into the wall, condescending laughter schemes in snow, pride, arrogance, hubris. Your mind sinks into shadow as the presence of the wolf. Soft footfalls padding through dried leaves, hot breath, big eyes, sharp teeth. The collected souls vibrate with incandescent intensity. They seem to melt in the recesses, boiling away into tiny pinpricks of starlight. Soon nothing remains of them except 12 smoldering scorch marks on the stone wall. Ah, well done, that's that. Our contract is fulfilled. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Hang on, what about your end of the deal? You said you would return my memories to me. Did I? Well, perhaps I misspoke. You never really had any to begin with, my dear. What are you talking about? I just don't remember them? I woke up and And met me. Yes, that sounds right for you for your very first memory. What, but you told me that I was brought this sleeping maiden to you as I asked you to save her soul? Wait, so I'm some sort of like effigy thing? Like, oh my god, that's a cauldron on top of my head, isn't it? I am literally scrap. What I meant to say is that she came to me. She asked me to save her own soul, but it's so very easy to get confused. You, her, really? What's the difference? Oh, I am her. Well, that explains why I'm literally a cauldron and some chicken feet. Dawning realizes creeps over you like ice water. Her life was cut short, whether by the wolf's fang or the hog's cleaver or under the weight of a dozen other wrongs. I do not know. But in desperation, she called out to me, so we struck a deal. I would save her soul in exchange for theirs, 1 for 12. But it's not like I could let her go and collect them herself. She needed to stay here, as you see, as insurance. So what then? You created me? Is that it? To collect those souls on her behalf? Well, I should say that she created you, snipped off a piece of herself to do it. It was all worked out of the contract, of course. And now the contract is fulfilled, panned out nicely for everyone, I'd say. So if you, which I mean she, ever need to get out of another bind, don't hesitate to give me a shout. Ta-ta for now. The room fills with a flash of blinding light. You blink and the goat is gone, leaving only a goat-shaped hole in the world. Wait, so I am the lady, and I died. So he puts my soul into this pot, and like chicken bones and stuff, and doesn't give me my memory back or anything, and I'm just supposed to be like, cool with it? Slowly you turn to face the sleeping maiden. You feel sluggish and heavy. You take a strained step towards the gilded coffin. Your legs snap like dry twigs and you crumble to the floor. The cauldron is the last to fall. It resounds with a hollow clang as it bounces off the ground. You slowly open your eyes and see the vaulted ceiling of the hall. You raise your hand and touch the clear crystal surface of the gilded casket. The glass lid slides open effortlessly and you swing your legs to sit up. The marble floor is smooth and cold under your bare feet. At least she's alive. I will say that. That's good, okay. You stoop down to pick up a familiar metal cauldron. Slowly, memories come back at its touch. Well, at least it's a happy ending. I've took the souls of my wrongdoers and I lived in the end. I'd say it's a pretty good game. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And thank you for making it. I don't know who made this game. Alien Trap games, apparently. But yeah, I liked it. I think it was a really good story. The end kind of threw me for a loop, though, but I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, because you are just like a pot the whole time. But, and like, you're clearly not human. You were the little lady the whole time. It's crazy. But thank y'all for watching. I'm Kikostago, and I guess that's the end of Wytchwood, unless they do some sort of update or something, which I doubt, but yeah, you never know. So, thank y'all for watching. Bye!